Hello, Namaskaram, and welcome to live online talk show of Stories of Hope Introverts Special. Episode number 7. This number is so lucky for me. I don't know why, because one of my favorite player, one of my favorite ideal inspiration, its number it is. So it is about 7, and even the person who is coming over here also an inspiration for me. So today, this particular show is live on top of Facebook and YouTube as well. So this is all about real stories of introverts who got leap of faith and hope in their life and believed themselves that they and even achieved success. So this all, I mean, this you believe don't believe that it's only for introverts. This show is all for the all kinds of audience. So that I believe that from this show you can also create or you can also get some leap of faith and even hope in your lives. So let us start. Today's topic is interesting topic. So it is about for me as a kid, I used to have this feeling. So can I be a good leader? Because as an introvert, as a person who always hide beside shadows and all, can I be a good leader or can I be a manager? Can I be an entrepreneur? So I always had these questions in my mind in my past. But somewhere in my self belief system, it has been already inculcated that I may not be a good leader because of I cannot speak properly or because of my communication skills and all. So even apart from that, people also start. I mean, people always used to bully me and all this stuff used to going on. But today, person like me is talking before you, and apart from that, the person who is coming over here, he's also an introvert. But yeah, he always tell this to me. He's an introvert inside his home, but extrovert when he goes out his home or goes out of his home. That means in office and all, he's an extrovert. But yeah, I have to tell that he's an introvert actually. But yeah, as a manager, he should talk to people. So it is his work, right? So he should show that extrovertness because otherwise it is not possible to be there in this competitive world. So without wasting our time, let us invite our guest speaker who is a storyteller and author. He has written his own, I mean, his book. Recently, he launched his book. Welcome to welcome to storytelling. Sorry, I will tell you again. Welcome to the world of storytelling, which is been already published in Amazon Kindle, and it is all about storytelling. And he's a project manager and agile coach, agile leader, scrum master. Almost has 16 plus years of global experience, and he has used that storytelling in his in his office life or professional life as well, and even it helped him a lot to achieve better results whenever he's giving the presentations and all. So now what is happening in his life is he has created a platform so that it can be useful for a lot of people, and that is one that he has created one show called as Stories That Impact. So this is an online talk show. He invite lot of normal people, common people, so that they can they can express their story or they can give their story so that it will be inspiring thousands of people. So without any delay, I don't want to delay because a lot of big introduction I have given. So I want to invite our chief guest, Amit Khanna. Hello, sir.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much, Santhosh. What a mind blowing introduction. Thank you for that lovely introduction. I wouldn't have able to describe myself the way you did. So thank you for that.
Yes, sir. So anyhow, I have given a brief introduction about you. You also give some points. Maybe I missed some points, or you may add more because if someone explains you, that is different. You explaining yourself is something different. So please go ahead and give a short intro about you.
Sure, sure. And first of all, I would like to say happy Diwali to you, Santosh, and to your
Thank you,
lovely
sir.
viewers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. So Santosh actually covered a lot of ground for me. So just to inform everyone, so I I come from a humble background like anybody else, and my parents loved me a lot. And I actually developed during my childhood. I was bullied in a way, like I was not a good student when it comes to studies. All right, I've never been a good student. So there was a feeling inside my brain that I cannot achieve to anything. And like Santosh said, I am an introvert at home, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that at home, with my neighbors, with my friends around, and at that time, everyone used to, like I told you, they used to feel that whenever there's an exam, I am the most tensed person. Why? Because I know I'm not going to score anything high. I used to pass. That's not a problem for me. But that
mm,
made me, not come out of my shell.
mm.
And
Okay.
from there to the place where I am right now, like Santosh, I'm a project manager. I am doing a lot of things. Volunteer in many places. I actually have a show of my own. So there's a lot of change that I've done. From professional background, just a quick thing that I have close to 16 years of experience in IT, a bit more than that. And I've been in 7 countries, worked with many different cultural groups, and storytelling, I learned, is one of the aspects that helped me to build communication, rapport, and collaboration with the group.
Mm, mm, mm. Great. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving that insights. I maybe your volunteers part I have missed. Yes, I have even seen regarding your volunteering part and all. I think you are the part of PMI Mumbai as well chapters, right? Yeah, I have seen that. So that's a great one. So first of all, I just want to ask you. So basically, this show goes in 2 rounds. Okay, the first round of this first round will goes like a normal question answer, but second round is about rapid fire. Okay, so that will be having some interesting questions. I don't want to go for your entrepreneur, I mean right now whatever storytelling journey or whatever professional journey. I want to go a little bit personal, because for me whatever the show is been designed, it is about creating hope. So than professional, I believe we can go personal. So the first question is about in the first round, the first question is about everyone in everyone's life, basically introverts life. We will be hiding beside shadows, or we will be feeling that I cannot go out, and we'll be having that low self-esteem, right? So but some situation or some place where before not becoming, I mean not having going for manager roles and all, before that as an student, so there will be a situation or there will be a scenario where you believe that I also want to be like that, or I should come out of my shell. It made me, because of that situation or because of that environment, I also want to I have taken the inspiration from that particular person. I also want to be like him. So in this way, did you find anything in your past? So please explain about
Yeah.
any scenario.
Sure, sure. No, absolutely. You're absolutely right that there is a ray of hope somewhere,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I agree with you. And I also, before I mention this, I personally believe that, God sends us angels in many ways. It could be via a book, via a person, via a knowledge, lecture, video, YouTube, or like this, your show, right?
Yes.
So God sends us these angels, and it's our duty to understand them, realize it, and do our action. So let
Okay.
me share a story on this part. I mean, how I got my thing,
Okay.
right? So my father, like I said, I had a very happy childhood. I never ever thought of money or any scarcity.
Hmm.
My father passed when I was 14,
Hmm.
and there I realized that, oh my God, we don't have money.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how he used to manage it, and I learned it later on that he was over generous person and all that. So he gave away a lot of his money,
Hmm.
which was ideally for us. But at that moment, we didn't had any.
Okay.
And there, I also realized one thing is that my being introvert or being educated at that very moment, or being a number one in the class, is not that of an importance as much as I need to work and study. Okay, so that was the first revelation, because what happens is I was a very introvert in a sense that I always felt bad about myself, or hated myself. Let me put it this way: I hated myself that I cannot do good at study.
Hmm.
Okay, and that's the situation came where I had to actually go and do my job. So, in my mind, I was like, all right, now Amit, you are working, so it's okay to let go studies, right?
Yes.
But then after a period of time, I read a book which
Hmm.
opened my mind, because like I said, no one was there to guide me. So the
Hmm.
book was You Can Win by Shiv Khera.
Yes, yes. It's a good book.
That
It's a good book.
Yeah, that was back in, I think, 98 or 2000 something at that time. And that book had lots of stories as examples. Okay, because like now understand this, I am not a brilliant student, so
Hmm.
technical jargons don't fit my head. But when
Yeah.
Shiv Khera used to explain it with examples, very
Hmm.
simple basic examples, I
Hmm.
used to get it. And I used to learn one thing. I learned one thing from that, is that Amit, you're not going to give up ever, and there is always a better thing that you can be of. So that was my ray of hope in my life. That book
Okay.
created a wonder.
Great. So yeah, so till now I was also a person. I was also thinking that some person. I was not a good book reader, maybe probably. So I don't have that hope and all because of books. But I have got inspiration from persons. But yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for being given some new ray of hope for the people. So whoever out there in the audience, if you want, not only from persons, you can get inspiration. Books. Even a lot of people tell this, books are always the best friends. If you are down, if you read a book which can uplift you and empower you, there are a lot of books as such. You have to choose some books which are already there in the market, which are doing well and all. So yeah, if you as an introvert, you cannot go and express, or you cannot go and talk to someone who is good person or who is so good, then always the best friend is book. So go and get a book, as already sir told about the Shiv Kera book. That is also a very good book, and there are a lot of books as such, and you can take them. So thank you for that. And the next question is about,
Sorry, Santosh, may I
yeah,
just add one more thing? I just want
yes,
to say
please,
this,
yes, yes,
and sorry to interrupt, uh,
yes.
because it's an exciting story again. I
Okay,
actually met Shiv Khera.
okay. Oh, great.
Yeah, in the year 2017, I believe, 16 or 17, I was attending some training session and he was in another room. And there was a
Oh,
big
okay.
stall that Shiv Khera has, where he sells his books and cups and this and that. And
Hmm.
he came out, and I went to him and I said, Sir, and I told him, you're the first book I read and blah, 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 blah. And I need an autograph. So I bought his book again there itself from the
Okay.
stall, and I got it signed.
Oh,
And the person was so nice that he gifted me a cup
okay.
from the stall which says that you can win Shiv Khera and then you cannot give up or something like that. So it was quite a nice gesture. I just thought I'll share that, because it's
Oh,
like,
great.
the person that helped
Yes,
you has come in life in front of you.
yes,
So it
yes,
was
yes.
quite
So
thank
thank you for sharing. It is a great moment. Basically, if you are reading a book, getting inspired after meeting that author, it is something different. You'll feel that, oh my God, he is like my. I mean, I believe that he's like my God now, because he transformed my life, right? So it's a
true,
great
true.
moment. Thanks you for sharing that. So that is even an exciting moment. Thanks, sir. So let us go for the next question. So again, this question is around, as you told that you got inspiration from that book. Now it comes to part of implementation. So now it is a time where you got that too. Today's topic is about introverts being a good leaders. So which situation or which particular scenario gave you some confidence that yes, Amit, I can you can also be a good leader, or you can also be, I mean, you can also be a manager over there, so that you can lead a team, or because manager is not a small thing. I know I'm not a manager, but I know how people will be talking beside you, and people will be behaving before you. It is quite, I mean, quite challenging, right? And even your management pressure, a lot of stuff will be there to I mean, to become manager. So which situation or which particular scenario made you get that confidence that yes, Amit, you can also be a good leader, or you can also be a good manager?
Wow, nice question. So I'll break down into two parts.
Hmm.
One part is, as a manager or leader or whoever it is, taking care of their team. or leading
Hmm.
something, you need
Yes.
to be good at uh, yeah, you need to be good at communication,
Yes.
and you also need to have a certain level of trust or build rapport.
Yeah.
And to do that, one of the core things is you need to also speak well, right? I
Yes.
mean, fluency needs to be there.
Yes.
So, and I learned it in a very different manner.
Hmm.
You'll not believe. I'm very fluent now. I can speak well. I've managed team of close to 42 to 65 people across 4 countries.
Oh.
So, but the point is, as a child, I was terrible. There was an instance when I was doing a lot of mischief, and as usual, the teacher puts you out of the class, right, and stand with your
Yes.
knees and bend
Yes.
down.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I was there, and then the teacher told me that you have to meet the principal tomorrow.
Hmm.
Now, this might be, I might be 8 or 10 at that time,
Okay.
and I cannot speak English at that time, though I was in English medium. Note that, but with my so poor self-esteem, I can't even speak English. So
Okay.
I am preparing. I went home. I didn't wanted to tell my parents, so I'm like preparing. What am I going to say to sir next day?
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
rehearsing this, that I will say this, sir. Can I speak in Hindi? And
Okay.
then I will start.
Yeah.
That's the only English statement I can speak. That's all.
Okay.
Can I speak in
Okay.
Hindi? So
Okay.
from there, when I enter into the college, and
Hmm.
I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, and it's a
Okay.
little competitive and crazy sometimes in
Hmm.
Mumbai. So I couldn't speak English till I think maybe age 18. So
Hmm.
imagine now I'm in college, and
Hmm.
I'm in a college which is a convent boys college and a
Hmm.
Catholic college.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
there
Okay.
nobody speaks Hindi. Period.
Okay.
All
Hmm.
right, because it's a Catholic college,
Yes.
and people used to laugh at me. So
Okay.
I got hold of a person and I told him that laugh at me, do whatever, but you will correct me.
Hmm.
So that was one thing. And then
Okay.
I started reading, listening, and all that stuff. But what I learned is that, and I became so vocal that my next phase now into the management was a little easy, because when I was a technical fellow, so I was a technical guy, during all that stuff. But I
Hmm.
realized that I am a person who's vocal. I can speak to the customer.
Okay.
So I took the tools to work in such a way that requires customer presentation.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So
Hmm.
that's how I developed my skills in those areas, so that I can be in front of the customer when the project is ending and I'm the one who's presenting and stuff.
Hmm.
And that also built another rapport building, that my team started, like, because I am the person who's presenting, so my team started collaborating with me better.
Oh yeah.
And one last thing I want to say this is that communication is one thing. You need to be
Hmm.
fluent. Yes, it's very good.
Hmm.
And the last part is very, very essential. One of the things is that you need to also love people.
Ah, yes.
Okay, I love people.
Okay.
I can say that.
Okay.
For me, my team is the best team. My people are the best people. Okay, when you
Hmm.
love people, you're gonna do whatever is good for the people, and eventually it will do good for your work. Period.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's my story, I would say.
Okay. So before going to the next question, there is a question for you. What made you to pick the book? Interesting
Ah,
question.
yes,
Thank
actually.
you, Usha.
Sure, Usha. Usha, actually, in this case, I didn't pick this book. It was given to me by my sister-in-law.
Okay.
Because they saw that I'm not good at many things. So
Hmm.
she was one of the key factors, rather than shouting on me and saying that how idiot I am. Uh, she actually gave me the book, and she said,
Okay.
Amit, give it a read and see how it is. Because everyone knew Amit hates books.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So yes. So regarding the next question, that is the last question in the first round. So this is a little bit personal, only a secret which is known to you, probably. So in your managerial role as an intro, I'm talking about introversion, you always have this feeling of having some me time, right? As a manager, even though you're a manager, you should be around people that and that too, the top management pressure will be there on top of you, and on top of it, your team, she also will have this pressure of they're not getting promotions, or there are a lot of stuffs, personal stuffs. So this, in the middle of this particular middle of these two layers, how you manage that me time, how you got that me time out of that particular place.
That's a good question, actually, because for me, and I think many introverts would agree that me time is very important.
Yes, yes.
Okay, because uh, even though if I don't want to think anything, I still need my me time.
Yes,
So, like I said, my house knows I'm an introvert at house, right? So they know my me time. But yeah, for office, that was a challenge, you
yes.
know. And there are two things that used to happen. One is that whenever I sit with my project team, I never used to get any time. Why?
Yes.
Because of two reasons. And I'm not going to blame it to the team. It was my problem as well. Because in communication world, there is something called as an osno, osmotic communication. Osmotic communication is when you sit and hear the surroundings.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens is I am very, very keen in that. So there are two. So people used to come to me, of course.
Hmm. Hmm.
But when I'm working on something, and even if no one is bothering me, their
Hmm.
talks, and I used to hear that. And
Okay.
being a very inquisitive and a crazy person, I used to get excited and I used to jump in. And
Okay.
I realized that I am not getting my me time.
Okay.
So that's scenario one. So second, what I've started doing in last couple of years is that I don't sit with my team now anymore.
Okay.
Okay. So I sit a little far, and that's one way I can squeeze it. The other way I have squeezed is that in my calendar, after my lunch, now my lunch habits are 11:30 or 12 p.m. every day, 11:30 a.m. or 12 p.m.
Hmm.
Most people do it at 1:30 in India.
Okay. Okay.
So what I've done is I have blocked my calendar from
Hmm.
12:30 to 2 p.m.
Hmm.
for me. And
For meeting, you're meeting with you
yes,
directly.
and then from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Like I'm saying this because in outside India, we generally
Hmm.
used to we start at 7:30 a.m. our offices, or 8 a.m., and we wind up by 4:30.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I used to place my me time from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
So that's the way I do my me time. Now in me time, the best thing is, and this I tell my team members also, that
Hmm.
block your me times so that even Amit Khanna cannot come and bother you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just
Quite
share
interesting.
one small thing if it's okay with your time.
Yes. 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 Yes.
There is a concept that I launched called as the pilot zone. When
Okay.
the pilots enter their cockpit, I'm sorry, the cockpit zone. When the
Hmm.
pilot enters their cockpit, there is a 15 minutes window where no
Hmm.
one bothers them. Nobody.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I implemented the same within my team. So what happens is every team, if Santosh is my team member, I will tell Santosh that book half a day,
Hmm.
which is your cockpit time. And I will
Okay.
ensure that no other team members or anybody comes and bothers you. Now, if
Hmm.
you don't want to work during this 4 hours, if you want to go and pay your bills outside, do it.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
fine. But that's your me time.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
people
Hmm.
do a lot
Hmm.
of things. People sit and watch YouTube. People sit and do the work. See, eventually people will work. Okay.
Hmm.
Initially
Hmm.
they might have fun, but
Yes.
they realize that there is no botheration at all. I don't
Yes.
come, nobody comes. So that's how I used me time for me and for my team as
Wow, wow, this is something new. You have, I mean, you have included this project management concept inside our introversion.
well.
You have blocked yourself. You have
Yeah.
given a time for your meeting yourself. It's a great thing.
Yes.
I think yes, this is a great insight for me as well. I even has this problem of where I can block. Sometimes I will have my me time in the morning, sometimes in the evening, because of the schedule or because of the busy things and all. So I will also do this. Thank you for that. Thank you for the suggestion, and thanks. Basically, this will be useful for a lot of people, probably,
Yeah,
right? Because that me time is the recharge time for us. Without that, we
absolutely.
cannot start the day again, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's good for the team as well. If you see it in a larger perspective, the team
Hmm.
members will really appreciate their managers that, they're giving him that me time. And the me time should be really me time. It's not the work time. That's the
Yes.
differentiation.
Yes. Thank you so much, Amitji. So with this, we are done with this with the first round. So next round is rapid fire. So
Wow.
this is quite interesting. So the rapid fire, as you know what rapid fire is, it will be having 3 to 4 questions. So just quickly, you have to answer.
Okay.
The first question is about how many people bullied you in your college days or school days. It can be teasing, it can be anything, any number or
Yeah, I can give a ballpark number on this. And I will say it's not just about my friends and others. And in my case, I would say bullied is in terms of mental bullyism as well. I mean, in a way that, you're not good at something. So I terms as a bully. So close to, let's say, 15 to 20.
15 to 20. Okay, great. Good number. Yeah. So next is about what I mean. Right now, I'm not talking about the time of your childhood, but right now, what is your favorite movie or favorite song, which makes you? It's not about book and all. Book we already talked now. So I'm talking about your favorite book. Your favorite movie or a song, which will re-energize you and give that confidence. Sometimes this
Uh,
particular thing will be there in your life, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. There is a group called as Fearless Motivation, and they
Okay.
have got a lot of songs in it.
Okay.
So there's two.
Okay.
That's the one, and the other person is anytime I listen to Tom Billu, I
Okay.
get a kick.
Okay. Great. So next is about you are already an author. What is your favorite book apart from your first book? Any specific book which you can recommend to people as well, and your favorite?
Sure. So one of the favorite books I have is called as. Can you give me 1 second?
Yes, please. So in the meantime, guys, I think I'm getting a lot of comments. Thank you for that. And
So
yeah, Sikesh,
this
yeah,
is the
yes,
book,
Amit. Okay.
Thoughts to Build Upon. No one would have
Hmm.
heard of the author because
Okay.
but this book has got some like 20, 25, or maybe 40 topics in it. Pick
Hmm.
up any topic,
Hmm.
and it's how to build your thoughts on those topics. And it also, there's a lot of motivation in a certain manner, but it's like 3 pages max each.
Okay. Okay.
And just
Okay.
one more thing, sorry, this is another book that I want you guys to read. Anybody, do you see that? Robert Greene,
Yes.
Laws of Human Nature.
Human nature.
So Robert Greene is a fantastic author. Please go
Hmm.
and read his books.
Awesome. Great. So with this, I am done for whatever questions I have. If you have anything by the end, I mean, with this show, what you want to convey to my audience?
Yeah. So one thing, I will first summarizing it up. I will just say that never give up. Okay. Never ever give up. And don't mind me saying this. I'm not cursing, but shit happens in life. Dust it off, get up, and move. All right.
Yes.
There's loads and loads of examples in this world. Santosh is one of them. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
there is a lot of things happening, there is a lot of negativity in there, but see the ray of hope. Find it in anything that you feel like. Okay, even if it's a good morning message can give you something nice today, start off your day, do that. All right,
Yes.
but take action. All right, just don't be a reading junkie.
Yeah.
That's
So,
it.
but yeah,
Never give up.
one more point before concluding. For leaders or managers who are watching this video, what exactly you want to tell? That too, as an introvert manager, as an introvert, what you want to tell to the people who want to
Uh,
become a good leader?
so one thing, remember that managers or leaders, it's a very big responsibility. And I learned from Spider-Man that with responsibilities,
Hmm.
with powers comes responsibility.
Yes.
Leader or a manager is to manage the work. We are not supposed to manage people. All right. People can manage themselves. You have to empower them to that place. They need
Okay.
support and guidance. That's all.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. How you're going to do it? Read books, connect with people, and understand it. But raising your voice in a mail or in physically is not going to help ever. I've failed in that 7 years back. Since last 6 years, I'm not doing it. And believe me, I've got fantastic results. I'm not talking about just from Indian folks. I worked with, I was in Sweden last year. So even the Swedes were very nice and, things. So remember this, your team members are team members, not resources.
Thank you, thank you.
That's
So
most important.
thank you, Amitji, for giving that. I mean, that is a valid point, which a lot of managers should take this, because it will be an again offensive way. I'm not telling in an offensive way. It is correct point, because team members are always team members. They are, don't see them as resources. That's a great statement. As an introvert as well, that's what he was talking about. How he has came up and how he has treated his, I mean, given his me time and to his team as well. So thank you, Amit ji. Thank you for that. And one more thing before leaving, guys, whoever there or on live or even offline, I already has posted. Just give me some space. Let us go. So you can see that, guys. This is the ebook which is been written by our Amit ji, which is already there in the Kindle. So yeah, that particular link is already provided in my description. Please do go and watch. If even he's conducting a lot of webinars, whoever want to learn about storytelling, because storytelling is always a thing which you have to learn it from our school days, right? Because that gives you lot of insights. How can you present as well? Because from our school days and all, there is a lot of stuff regarding presentation and all. We always lack some self confidence because we don't know how to present, right? This self storytelling gives you a lot of confidence, and it will give you a pattern how you can explain or how you can talk about any topic. So I recommend this book. It's a very beautiful book which is already available in Kindle. And yeah, guys, that's it from my side. And thank you, Amit ji. Thank you for being there in my show. It's always, I have been invited in your show. That's my first show, which I still remember that how I prepared, and it is a great after your show only I understood that the storytelling part, you guided me very well at that moment. Recently, I have even attended your webinar about storytelling. I got even more insights regarding the mind map and all. I'm telling it in live. Probably it will be, I mean, even though it is not about testimonial and all, I'm telling it in live. So thank you for that insights. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being an inspiration for me from the starting days. It is so privileged to be there with you and learning from you.
Thank you, Santosh. So, one last thing I would like to say. So, Santosh, you're absolutely true that storytelling helps. That's for sure. And when I interviewed Santosh, it was my second episode, and Santosh was kind enough to step up, because listening to his story, what he did is a big step in his head. I can imagine that, going on to the screen to the world and sharing his story as well. So, and I've seen him over a period of time. Your show is fantastic. I've seen people coming in the questions and queries. Even I like the fire round. I in fact took some time for the books, but otherwise, it was fantastic. So you're doing great, and all the best for your future. All the best for your show, and happy Diwali to you once again, and to your wonderful viewers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and happy Diwali for all the viewers. And thank you for being there. Thank you for being taking this show as personal. A lot of people personally pinging me that Santosh, it is going great. Thanks for that love. A lot of gratitude, and all my even whoever are new viewers. Already links are provided. You can follow me. You can also get to know about my stories. A lot of videos regarding introversion, shy, depression. All the stuff is being given. Even I am making a series of interview tips as well, but only in Telugu. Whoever are there in Telugu, right now I am getting a lot of requests to make it in English as well. So I will make it, guys. So thanks for being there. Thanks for your love. Lot of gratitude for your all the people who are out there, the audience and all. Thank you so much. With this, we are, I mean, pausing over here. Just pause. It's not a full stop, because next episode we are coming with one more guest, and we'll we'll create even more hope on, even more on top of, on in your lives, not in your lives even. You can share it with some people, some person who can at least get that hope. Okay, that is what my intent behind the show is. Thank you once again, and happy Diwali. So this is a festival of lights. So let us light some that brightness in everyone's life. I wish and I pray for that. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next episode.